got baggage, I've got, well, you know what? Everyone has baggage. Everyone has baggage. But we can choose how we deal with the baggage. And it's not what happens to us in our life, but it's what we do with what happens to us in our life. We are not who we are. We are not who we were. Every second we're evolving, every minute, every day. So if you participate 100% and you take 100% responsibility for the choices that you make. For instance, I hear people, this is kind of one of my pet peeves, someone will come in and they'll say, oh, sorry I'm late. The traffic was horrible. And I think to myself, we live in LA, we live in California, the traffic's always horrible. So never do you hear someone say, I'm really sorry I'm late, I left late. That would be taking 100% responsibility, correct? Yeah. Instead, they try to think of 1,000 reasons why they're late, or, just be honest. Just say, I just didn't leave on time. And so I'm late. And you know what? The people that are okay with having you in their life and dealing with you and just know that that's how you are, they'll either start giving you a half-hour different time, or but don't make excuses. Take 100% responsibility. I tell my grandson all the time, I pounded in him and pounded in him. Well, I like to think I don't pound it in him. I like to think that I'm giving words of wisdom, That he's certainly learning from me, but he says, Grammy, I know, you tell me this all the time. I said, well, it's so important that you understand every choice you make has a reaction to it. And every choice you make, you have to decide. You don't get to do your video games because you didn't do your chores. You can't be upset because you can't do video games because you didn't do your chores. Who didn't do the chores? See, every decision that we make, every choice, we have to be 100% responsible for our choices. Last year, I'm just going to share a little story. Last year, Valentine's Day, I was like a year and a half now, I've been dating, internet dating. When you get married at 17 and then you get divorced 32 years later, the word dating, what does that mean? How to date? I don't know. I have the first clue what to do, how to date. Okay, everybody's internet dating. So, date after date after date, and it's just no. So last year on Valentine's Day, I was invited on a date, and of course he was late. And then he walks into the coffee shop where we were going to meet, and he's like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry, I feel like I need to apologize because you look so nice, and I have on jogging pants, and I look all grubby. Okay, well obviously this wasn't important enough for you to think about your wardrobe before you came, so number one. But the interesting thing about this date was, we were sitting there, we were talking, and we were in the car, we were by the beach, and it was raining, and it was Valentine's Day, and I was with another guy that was like, this is going nowhere. It's Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. And he's talking, and he's like, you're so beautiful, you're so. And you know what all I could think about was, you don't even know me. What are you? And then you know what? I started crying. Just crying. And he was like, are you okay? What happened? Are you okay? And I said, I couldn't even talk to him. I was crying so hard. And I just said, you know what? I need to go home now. I'm done. I'm done. But I was crying inside because I thought, okay, obviously I don't know how to date because this was not going well. But I have to tell you, the next morning I got up and I was thinking about closing my account to the internet dating site, and I came across this one guy's profile, and the thing that I really, really loved in his profile, that he said, I love to cook. Some of my experiments go in the trash, but for the most part, they're edible. And yesterday, the 16th, we celebrated 1 year of our first date. Woohoo!